Hello everybody and a very good evening. Welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby. Thanks for joining us for the final offering for your Wednesday, middle of the week. This week's flown over, isn't it? I don't know if it's been the same for you. I feel like it was only Monday a few moments ago and here we are, last show before my day off. Hashtag slacker. Yeah, but looking forward to it. It's been a fun day actually. It's been our wicked Wednesday where we have already brought you a marvellous Craft Vault show. And also, of course, Wake Up Call this morning kind of gave you loads of the deals from right across the day. This here show, though, is Beautiful Beginnings. So the show where we take it back to basics just a little bit. We refresh your memory on various things and also, of course, give you the inspiration across a whole host of different goodies. During this show, though, you will know that the majority of the time, at the end of the show, we do what we call Essentials Corner. So we kind of ask you for those questions, really. Anything that you want to ask that's to do with anything that we've got on the show, anything that's got you stuck at the moment that you want to know the answer to, any sort of just general crafty questions that you want to fire our way, you can ask us and we will tackle them towards the end of the show a little bit later on. So get the questions in nice and early. And we've also got some really great products actually that we can talk around again. I know we had our great Spectrum Noir Craft Vault a little bit earlier on, but certainly lots to chat around. Hopefully get loads of questions in from you guys as well and we'll make it a nice interactive show. Before we say hello to Debbie, don't forget over on the website today, Wednesday's normally a Sheena day, but she's not here today. She has, though, left some of her top picks at the website, up to 30% off. So if you head to crafterscompanion.com.co.uk or .eu, you will find her top picks page. So that is worth an absolute look through because there are some fantastic deals there. Also, our huge outlet sale is there too with some fantastic deals, including still that discounted deal, the best ever price we've done on the Gemini 2. And for today, when you buy anything, we're giving away a £6 set of our pens, can you believe? No minimum spend on this. So as we were highlighting earlier on in the Spectrum Noir Craft Vault, you could buy the palette which we had on for 79p platinum and we would bung you £6 worth of pens. You're getting one aqua marker in the aquamarine, you're getting one of our illustrators, that's the true black, and then you've got your classic in the fuchsia. So that automatically gets added into your basket, no minimum spend, so it is definitely worth shopping with us today. Over the course of this show, lots of goodies to bring to you, lots of deals. We're going to start off with the Vintage Rose in just a few moments' time. But as I say, it's your show, it's Beautiful Beginnings, so ask those questions, get in touch, let us know what you want to see. And let's say hello to the lovely lady who has been by my side all day today. She's ready to go. It is the one and only Bursley bombshell, Debbie Robinson.
I was trying to stop herself from having a coughing fit, and guess who's forgot water? So I'm hoping our Tracy can hear me. Could I have a glass of water, please? Just because I've got a little bit of an irritating cough that will not do one, and I wish it would.
Cough, do one.
Do one, cough, get out of my life. Are you ready for a great show, though?
Yeah.
It is Beautiful Beginnings. And I'm going to try and keep it simplistic for you. For any of you out there that are brand new, those silent watchers that might have just tuned in and think, don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Well, I'll show you.
Yeah.
We're going to take it back to what I call basics. But some nice basic techniques, but some really nice ones that will create some really stunning pieces with the things that we've got on offer tonight.
Yeah, we're going to start at the very beginning. A very good place to start. We've got Superstar Susie on the socials, as I mentioned. Get your questions in, and then, like we said, later on, towards the end of the show, we will do a little sit-down session with all of the answers to those questions. And there are no stupid questions. Don't sit there thinking, oh, I don't know how to ask that. It's probably a silly question. Ask it, because we were all there once. We've all probably asked the question that you're thinking about asking. It's not a silly question. If you don't know the answer, it's not silly. Hi to Wendy Myers, who says, I made it. Hi, everyone. Hi, Wendy. Hi also to Pat, who joins us saying hi once again from New Jersey. Hello. Hi also to LAM, Laura, who says good evening. Hi. Hi also to Michelle, who says afternoon. Afternoon. Hello, Phil Watson, who says good evening all. Evening all. And hi also to Cat Butt, who says, hi Ben, Debbie, Susie team and everyone, looking forward to this. It's a show that is tinged with a little bit of sadness for me and also Debbie, because it's our last opportunity to work with the wonderful Charlotte. I know it is a bit like that. Been 3 years, Charlotte, hasn't it? Charlotte started, so I started September 2020 and Charlotte started in the Yeah, October. So I feel like we've been like, work pals, chums, all the way through. And now we've been like that. And now you're doing that. We're going to miss her. Send lots of Charlotte love through as well. Any questions you want to ask Charlotte also, feel free to fire them in. We'll get Charlotte on the set. No, we can't do that, can we? Because then we wouldn't have anyone
Well, I could go in and have a little play with the 2s and 3s and the buttons and the joysticks and...
Do you know how to work it?
No. I could have a go. Dean could show me.
Oh, yeah, Dean can do it.
Yeah.
He can multitask.
Well, I think doing what Dean does.
Right.
I think Dean can go and do all of what Charlotte does and Charlotte can come on sofa. Oh, actually, she could do a bit of crafting.
Good. Very talented artist, our Charlotte.
She is, yeah.
She
Joking
is.
aside, yeah, she is.
Should we get her in for a demo at the end? So, Charlotte, what are you going to draw for us? So, yeah, there we have it. Let's get cracking then, shall we? Yep. Vintage Rose. Now, as I understand it, we have got 3 selections of the Vintage Rose for you. Okay, so the first one, this is a new name for me here, a Vintage Rose crafting set. Normally call these like the Vintage Rose Essentials, right? So all of the goodies that you need. Your hardware, if you like. That's what I like to call it. Oh, hello. Hardware. £82 or $98 worth of crafty content for £52 or $60. And of course, don't forget, if you pick this up, you get those pens included today for free. So, do you know what? Sorry, I keep interrupting myself here. I feel like I've hardly ever seen this collection. I don't know if I launched it, I probably did. I'm a bear of very little brains. But I feel like I've not seen this collection, and I absolutely love it. It's
beautiful.
Gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah.
Straight off the bat, 3D embossing folder, that beautiful Baroque frame. And whilst that is a frame which sits beautifully within this collection, that is also just a very, very handy frame to have, I think, to work across loads of different collections as well. Love 3D embossing folders because I always think, like, in essence, these are cards again straight off the bat, aren't they? Particularly if you like a little bit of, what's that? A little bit of...
Regular.
What?
Regular.
What?
It's a 2D.
Oh, sorry.
That's the 2D one. You've got the 3D there. Yes.
Yes. Do you know what? I wonder what you were doing, because I flicked that one forward and looked, went 3D, but yeah, you're right. It's that one there that's 3D.
It is. We always usually put a regular and a 3D in a collection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's your 2D. I wonder what you did. Debbie was over there. I won't show you what she was doing.
You should be doing this. I'm doing this. Peace sign.
Oh, is that what you were doing?
I'm doing this.
It wasn't that way round.
I was. I was doing that to you, and I was doing that. D.
Oh, is that
D.
what you were
Yeah,
doing?
That's what I was doing. My sign language to you. Rubbish, isn't it? It's rubbish.
Yeah. Well, you know you were almost there. You would have just gone like 2D.
2. Oh! That way?
Yeah.
So closed, and then...
Oh, actually, no, it's that. It's 1, 2.
1, 2.
2, 3,
Ah!
4.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
You learn something
D.
new every day. As do you with your embossing folders.
2D. That's a 2D one, that is. I can't remember what I was saying, but it's a beautiful 2D embossing folder. This one...
Yes!
Well, you can see straight away with this one, actually. That is the difference as well, because you've got more peaks and troughs, haven't you, in your
Yes,
3D
more
embossing
depth
folder.
and more dimension.
Yeah.
Nothing to be taken away from a regular embossing
No,
folder, because
no.
regular embossing folders are beautiful.
So there's your 3D. And again, that is these are like creator cards, aren't they, themselves?
Instant.
Added a bit of
in
colour.
an instant, yeah. Bit
Added
of
a
colour.
little embellishment,
Yeah,
sentiment.
absolutely.
Boom, you're away, you're done. Gorgeous. We've got in here beautiful edibles. That is your elegant lace border die. You've also got in here the opportunity to create the most beautiful florals, that classic rose die set. And by the way, we've got another set to bring to you in just a second, which is all of your paper and card and foam as well. And those dies, aren't they, capable of cutting out all those and more? Even vellum flowers you could do, couldn't you?
Vellum, paper. Still didn't find me paper roses that I made earlier. But yeah, you've got a lovely set of useful dyes. So even once you've run out of foam, you're going to be able to take those into, like Ben's just said, vellums and papers and create some really beautiful floral pieces with them.
Then you've got these exquisite lace dies in here. Once again, I mean, look at that, cutting that as a whole. That's a beautiful card front, isn't it? Or use the individual elements for little frames, little apertures. So much detail there. You're going to be receiving this, which is your beautiful diamond trellis. This again, I mean, look at that as like a nice like start to a card as a background, similar in style to those big broderie on glaze dies that we did. But also, you could potentially do a bit of threading with that, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Bit of ribbon threading potentially. Next in this, I mean, come on. If you love to colour, this is the one that you're going to absolutely love working with.
Mr. Laird's favourite, this one.
This is it, isn't it?
Yeah, this is his favourite stamp. Yeah.
The rose bouquet. And very handily, actually, it comes with your die to be able to cut that out as well. So if you just want to stamp it straight onto your cardstock, you can. If you want to have it as a topper there, of course, you just use the die as well to cut out your creation. Beautiful to use, for a bit of watercolour, or if you're using tri-blends. Again, you can get a load of depth and dimension with a beautiful stamp like that. And then we're also going to give you this here, which is your vintage textures. I love little sets like this because, again, it gives you the ability, doesn't it, to almost like create your own backgrounds with lots of different styles. The old style font I'm a big sucker for as well. I absolutely love that. All of that is included in the bundle for £52 or $60. Check the shop, the show for all of the other goodies as well, because we've got a paper bundle for you too. And also, and that paper bundle actually includes topper sheets, it includes cards and envelopes and your foam. And we've also got some pre-cut elements too, which you can jump in and grab. But it's all there. Shop the day, shop the show. We'll look at those in just a little bit. Hi to Lois, who's joined us in Ohio. Hi also to Barbara R in Indiana. Phew. And thank you, Superstar Susie, on the socials. I knew this wasn't one of mine. Vintage Rose launched on the 8th of August with Corinne and Sarah.
Oh, there you go.
That's why. It's fairly new to me. Crafting Not Grafting by Hilary says hi. From Hilary and Holly the Collie.
Oh.
Holly. Marianne Rosie says good morning from Edmonton, and hi also to Zoe Carver, who says good evening from a chilly West Sussex. The wood burner is on the go. It's chilly here tonight as well. We are expecting snow in the next half hour. We're going to be on snow watch. Well, I am anyway. We'll let you know. Right now on Craft Watch, though, it is lovely, Debbie. I mean, where do you even start with a collection like this? Because there's so much as far as the kit's concerned.
So I've taken 3 pieces from that collection.
Okay.
Could I ask you to do me a favour?
Depends what it is.
Would you be able to get me the pumice water reactive ink pad? Because there isn't one in here. Oh. And also a glass of water, please.
And what?
Glass of water.
Pumice water reactive and water.
Thank you. Where do you start? So I've taken 3 pieces from this collection to create something. I mean, I love the 3D embossing folder, and that's what I'm going to start with. The Timeless Roses, this is one of my favourite pieces. It's beautiful with that extra sculpture, extra dimension, which means as well a really nice place to start with when you want to colour your images with your 3D embossing folder. I'm going to take that lovely trellis. It really is a beautiful piece. But what I'm going to do once I die cut it is I'm going to actually split that up. And then I've also got these fabulous stamps. The vintage textured stamps are really lovely to create some nice little background pieces as well. So those are the 3 pieces that I'm going to work with. I have chosen as well some cardstock, but we'll talk about the cardstock in a moment. That's a little bit of linen cardstock. But what I've just basically got in here, now this is a really nice size embossing folder. You're talking 5 by 7. Because it's made of a thicker plastic, we do need to change up our combination with our die cutting machines. So I've took some multi-purpose cardstock and I'm placing that into my embossing folder. I've actually cut it down a little bit in size. So instead of it being 5 by 7, my piece that I've cut this down to 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. So it fits in there perfectly. And then the combination that you're going to need for the 3D embossing folder, in terms of your Gemini 2 or your original Gemini or your Gemini Junior, you're going to take one of your cutting plates, your magnetic shim and your plastic shim. If you are using the manual MIDI machine, you simply just feed the cardstock. So you're going to feed all of that through your mouth of your machine because it doesn't need any other shims on there. And then I'm going to place that in. Now I put my magnetic sheet on the top and then the plastic shim on the top of that as well, and run that through your die cutting machine. that will emboss that beautiful depth and dimension into your folder. Thank you very much. You're so kind. Thank you. You're so...
the price of one at the vending machine.
Oh, amazing. Thank you. You're so kind. Thank you very much. Yeah. You know what I'm like, I'll end up spilling it everywhere. Yeah, and this is the difference as well when it comes to cutting your cardstock down into size, because the one thing about this is all that gorgeous embossed detail is in the centre of that cardstock, but there's a lot of white open space all the way around here. Now, if you've cut your cardstock to the actual size of your folder, you'll find that it wrinkles a little bit around the edges. So to avoid that, when you're using a 3D embossing or a 2D embossing, is you're just going to take that extra 1/4 inch off, size your cardstock down. I haven't lost any of that beautiful embossing detail.
Oh, sorry, that's to save it squidging, did you say?
It saves all of that. So a common thing that I get asked is, how can I stop the wrinkling? Well, if Charlotte came in close, you'd see that there isn't any. If I just try and angle that in all directions, there is no wrinkling, crinkling or anything. It's just your beautiful design. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Charlotte. This is what we're going to miss.
I know.
These close-ups, look at that.
That's it.
And that's because I cut this down to size, so I've got none of that. Right, so we're going to colour. So let's take, and I have taken some of our tri-blend pens, and I've also got my little sparkle clear overlay. That's just to add a little extra, to add a little bit of glitter. But what I'm going to do is take my tri-blend, and I'm using the pale pink, and the other colour for the leaves is the dull green. Yeah. And we're going to use these lines to do a spot of colouring. And I say a spot of colouring, its colouring made really nice and simple, really, really lovely, and looks really effective, because all you're doing is following the lines of the embossing folder. Yeah. Now, I know this is Beautiful Beginnings, but I'll give you a little heads up. We've got a craft along on Saturday. I know you're not here this weekend, Ben, but I've got a craft along this Saturday. Yeah. With the illustrated embossing folders, so that's the 2D embossing folders, and you are going to be colouring. We're doing some. We're going to do real-time colouring. Of course, with this one, it's going to be a little bit different because, as always, we have a Blue Peter style one made up. Yeah. But I'm going to take you through each stage and how easy they are to colour any of your embossing folders. So if I just lay down that light colour first, then I'm going to come in with a darker one, and I'm going to hit all the areas. And all I'm doing is following that lovely embossed detail underneath. Okay.
Whilst we're watching you, we can say hi to Zoe, who's joined us, and also Sue Benson from Sunny Day in Montana. Terry H says, hi all crafty friends, Ben and Debbie and Susie from a very cold central Iowa. Who's mentioned a Monday mega deal? Did I mention that? Barbara asks, says, Monday mega deal, today is Wednesday.
Oh,
I'm not sure.
Did we mention a Monday mega deal?
Was that me or you?
I don't think I did I? I hope I didn't.
Did I?
It's not Monday, is it?
Isn't it? I mean,
I apologise if I did.
I don't know.
I wonder...
Let us know. Well, I'm sure it wasn't me. We mentioned Cyber Monday earlier on, but I don't think we mentioned the Monday Mega. I mean, we probably might have done. It's late on a Wednesday. I mean, it wouldn't have been the weirdest thing that we've said today.
Exactly. It definitely wouldn't be. You've got me thinking. I'm puzzled now.
No, me too. Rewind the tape. Who said it? Sure it wasn't me.
I'm definitely sure it wasn't me. I know what I'm like, though. I do say some silly things sometimes.
No, you don't.
So, again, I'm just going to finish colouring this off, and then I'm going to show you another little thing that you can do around this. You could use your tri-blend brush pens. You could lay down quite a lot of colour quite quickly in terms of this, but it's so easy to colour these kind of folders in. Yeah. And I'm definitely going to be showing you and stripping it right back to basics when it comes to that craft along this Saturday, because that's exactly what I'm going to do. But all you do is go in with that light, then go in with the dark. Got the dark side this time, yep. And I'm just going to come underneath.
It does make it easier when you've got the lines of the embossing.
Yeah, you're not having to worry about
those illustrated embossing. Is that what they were called? The illustrated embossing folders?
Yeah, that's what they're called. We called them illustrated just because of the colouring potential that you've got with them. Yeah. And I know that a lot of people they steer away from this technique, but it's really lovely. It's really, really lovely, really effective. Yeah, it's worth doing it. It is. And I'll be sharing with you as well. I'd shared a little bit last night on my Insta story, but I've made a project and I've got the pictures and everything, so I'll share that on my Facebook probably about Thursday, Friday time, so you'll know what the list is that you need. That's the first part of the flour done, and then we're going to move to the, let's just move a little bit of the green. So let's pop a little bit of the green in. Yeah. And again, coming in and colouring the leaves in. You don't have to worry about where the line, you know, where it's, and it looks so effective. It's one of my favourite things. And if you are a beginner to this is a really nice therapeutic way of colouring without you having to do any hard work, because it's all done for you in the form of these fabulous embossing. So I'm just going to...
Oh yeah, draw the veins in. Let's say hi to Doris, who's joined us from North Carolina. Deborah Spencer, who says, greetings from Texas, everyone. Having my car serviced and tuning in. Ooh! Just reminding Charlotte that she needs to get her. I do too. I've not had mine done.
It keeps flicking a warning sign up at me.
What warning sign is it? Oh, service due.
About 360 odd days ago. I know it's terrible. I need to get it done.
Good time to do it before the winter weather arrives.
Exactly, yeah. And I was thinking about that. So yeah, absolutely. Continue to do that. Now, before I finish, because I'm going to bring my finished piece in a second, but you just continue to take your flowers and do a stages at a time, the little buds, do the leaves all the way around there as well. Just take your time with it and just enjoy the colouring process. But the other thing that you can do with these is, like, this is why I asked for the pumice, because once you've coloured it all in...
Yeah. You'd have laughed me out there looking for that pumice. Could I find the pumice? I could find every other shade of grey. Could I find that one?
I know, and I've looked on ours, and I can't find it on ours either, so I'm not sure where the studio one's gone.
Tracy came straight over, plucked it off the shelf.
Oh, she knows exactly where it is. You only have to ask.
I've never seen that.
So
There's the colour chart there, right next to the wall, which shows you where everything's laid out. Typical man look, you see. That's what my Laura would say now. So, typical man.
Is that what she says?
Yeah, if it doesn't jump up and hit you in the face, it's lost. I'll be looking for something and she'll just come over straight away and just go, yoink, there it is. Oh, every single time.
Now, when I come across here, all I'm doing is distressing round the edges. Yeah. It's kind of it's softening that white. That white can be quite harsh, but you're starting to distress round the edges. And there's no right or wrong way. Take a little ink applicator and just take it across. And don't be afraid, just go straight into your ink, straight onto your cardstock. You don't have to run up. You can get your ink and you can go straight in and just literally distress all the way around the edge. What you can also do is you can take your stamps and you can come in. Now, you can put them onto a rocker block, or you can just pick them up with the ink and go around the edges and create a nice, lovely distressed effect.
That's why I love these stamps as well, because that's exactly what they're for, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely.
Just not to be that precise with, just to create, like you said, these distressed effects and like textured
it looks
effects.
Really effective. Yeah. And it kind of gives you a really nice, like, vintagey look, which I think is lovely, because, of course, this is the Vintage Rose collection. So you can vintage things up. Oh, it is a nice juicy ink pad, this one. Yeah. Is it new?
It was I don't know. Only the juiciest for you, Debbie.
Thank you very much there, Ben. I'll take that. Yeah. But simply now, it just creates that little bit of that image. Now, when you've done this, and you let your ink settle, because these are the same colours that I've used.
Yeah, oh, wow.
And what I've done with this, Ben, I've added my sentiments onto there already, but I took my clear overlay pen once I coloured it in and coloured over the top, using the clear... Oh, Debbie, you didn't want that much. Using the... That's twice I've done that today. I've been very heavy-handed with my squeezing technique.
Yes.
I've squeezed a little bit too hard yet again.
Squeezed and pumped too hard.
I know. I'll just take the excess off there. But it gives you that lovely shimmering effect. I've got a little bit more shimmer than I wanted there. However, that looks absolutely beautiful. Now, that in itself, I've mounted using some of the cardstock that's in the collection. I've put my little finger lift tape on. However, I'm not done. So I'm just going to clean up this area. So I've taken a square piece, and this now, I love this. This one is just gorgeous, this die. And simply, now you could cut into your cardstock. This die doesn't have an outside cutting edge, so that cuts into cardstock and creates a beautiful pattern. By adding that onto it, it creates a solid piece that cuts completely out. So that's your cutting edge. We've given you two options that you can use this. And I think I can get it on my small plate. Should be okay. And just hold that down. Tape on first, Debbie, before you do anything.
Okay.
Let's grab some tape.
Just whilst watching Debbie as well, thank you for the questions coming in.
Lovely.
We're going to do definitely an Essentials Corner tonight. And by the way, I just reminded me, because Carolyn's asked a question more sort of about Debbie and your sort of crafty... I don't want to spoil the question, but what I was going to say is, like the other week when we had Sheena on, you were sort of asking questions specific to Sheena, asking things like, oh, you know, were you always good at drawing? How did you get started? That kind of thing. If you want to ask, Debbie, any questions like that as well, feel free.
I'm intrigued, can't wait.
Yeah, you'll be my guest on the sofa. I'll be like Parky. Yeah, I'll be there. So, welcome to the show tonight. Welcome to Essentials Corner.
I love that.
Any questions you want, within reason.
Now, I will tell you, I'm very open and transparent when I'm here. Can you see just down here? You can see this is clear cut.
Yeah.
That's just because I'm using my smaller plate. Do you know, if you use your larger plates, you don't get that. And that's nothing to take away from this. If I'm just going to bring in, let me see if I can find my large plates. Because it's quite a large die, have I got all the platforms here? Yes, we'll do it with these. It hits the rollers, it's a very tight space, so I'm going to just spin those around onto the large plates and just run that through again. It is a very intricate die, so there are times when you may need to run it through twice, not once, twice. We talk about the Gemini being the most powerful machine. It is. The most pressure, it is, but not necessarily always a one-pass wonder. And that depends on your dies. Now I know I've used my larger plates, and I should have remembered because I've done it at home as well, so do as I say, not as I do. Trust it to be beautiful beginnings. However, I think it's quite good because it just shows you.
Almost like you did it on purpose.
Almost like I did it on purpose, Ben. Yeah, absolutely. Now, I don't want to flick this all over the floor because I've been really good, so I'm going to bring my bin up. Although I say really good, I think I missed because the die was very mucky when I picked it up.
You could have flicked it on the side and we could have got Vernon out to vacuum it. Well, I could have done this. Or is it quite a lot?
Which is what I do a lot at home.
Yeah.
I drop it onto my thing so that it falls out. I'm just going to peel these back just for a second. When you're taking a die off with something with great intricacy, put your hand behind the back and then just pick. Now, all of these pieces that are in the centre, we'll be able to poke out in a second.
Peel the card away from the die.
Peel the card away from the die. So you're peeling it away.
Yeah.
These bits, we can do the tap now. You wouldn't really. You would get your die cleaning brush. However, of course, we have to give a little mention to little Vernon.
He's not been charged, you know what, the whole time we've had him. That just shows you, because a lot of people are asking how long
I'm now into my third week, and I still haven't charged mine.
There you go.
And I use it every day. I craft every day. So poke out all your little pieces. I think I've got my pokey tool here. Yep. So you're going to poke out all of these little pieces, and just so you can see that this has die cut all the way through. And you're just going to take out all of those extra little bits. This is why you need a good toolkit. We've got a fabulous little starter kit.
That's still available on the website?
Yeah, it's got this pokey tool in.
Yeah. And
which I discovered had got the little curl on, so you can pick up your foam pads very, very easily.
What else is in there? Scissors? You got
scissors, craft knife, mats. Is that it?
There's one other thing. Oh, there's a ruler.
Ruler, that's
metal ruler.
Yeah, the little metal ruler in there as well.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely fab. So just move those to one side. I think I've got everything out of there. You always think you've got everything out and then you find more. However, I'm not going to worry too much because what I'm going to do with this, beautiful piece as it is, however, I snipped it in half. So if I just bring the one in I've done, I cut mine in half like that. Just down the halfway mark. Okay. It actually measures this square at 5 1/4. So literally just down the middle, create a nice little halfway mark. Now, wait a minute, more bits. Yes, put him through his paces, get it all nice and tidied up.
I think that Essentials toolkit might have sold out now. Just looked on the web.
Oh, have you had a look?
Oh, yeah, it's sold out.
Oh,
yeah.
What a shame. What a shame.
One thing I've just seen, sorry, just to go off piste a little bit, it also came up the outlet sale. You know the little tool caddy that you could attach to the side of your Gemini?
Yes.
No, normally $29.99?
Yeah.
$9.99.
Ooh,
in the outlet sale. Just slots underneath your Gemini, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. It doesn't under the new one, but under your
the
old ones. Yeah, absolutely. Right, I've got a card base. I make my own card bases.
Yeah.
I know now we do a range where you can actually pick up card bases at sizes with envelopes. You can check the website out. Yeah, there's loads of them. This is just an 8x8 card blank that I've made. I actually make mine in 2 pieces. So I make an 8x8 square front. And then on the on the other piece, it measures at 8 inches. I'll go this way. I'm trying to get this in shots. 8 inches by 9 and scored down at 1 inch.
Yeah.
And then attach them together, and it's created me 8x8 base. I've done a bit of mat and layering. You can actually see where I took my middle piece out from, can't you? So, because I thought, well, you might as well. I've got my paper trimmer, do a little bit of gutting.
Oh, yeah?
Absolutely.
Why not?
Why not? Whilst you've got that paper trimmer, I love my paper trimmer. I'm not sure if that's still available, Ben. You might want to have a little look.
I think it is. That was last week, wasn't it? We launched that in that bundle, Black Friday bundle.
Absolutely. So I'm just going to pop that onto there, and it's just a little bit of that green and that white, because my colour theme, and I do love a bit of green. Excuse me, I'm just going to take a little quick swig.
Yeah, it is still in stock, that paper trimmer. $13.99 down from $19.99. Got the blades as well, the replacement blades.
Yeah, which will work for your Violet Studio as well. Yeah. Now, the reason I chopped this in half, Ben, was because, you know, I've done my mats and layers already with this and put my sentiments on, but I want to create a little bit of a backdrop. Now, I wouldn't be able to do it if it was a solid piece, and I didn't want to waste any more cardstock, so I've just cut it in half because that bit's going to get covered up. So I'm going to bring in my dotty tape pen. I'm going to take that back and then just use my dotty tape pen. Always brilliant for this. Yeah. This is so intricate, this die. To get your glue on there, absolute nightmare. Yeah. Not with the dotty tape pen, super easy, super simple, and we'll stick it all down for you. And it hits all the spots you want it to hit. Yeah. So I'm going to come in about 1 inch either side to this particular style card. Take that in and pop that on the top. I'm not going to worry too much about that if I've torn a little piece. But again, I'm just going to repeat it on the other side.
Just to say, Marianne Rosie asking if this is the set with the language of flowers sentiment in. It is. You have that beautiful little, almost like the font of a typewriter. Typewriter. It says the language of flowers. What's a typewriter?
What's a typewriter?
A typewriter. So yes, it is in there. And you've also got bonds of love, adoration, gratitude, happy birthday, and friends of flowers in the garden of life.
Oh, that's nice.
That's you, that is.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah. What flower would you be?
What flower would it be? I love roses, so I'm going to have to say rose.
Be a rose.
I love a rose.
I wonder what I'd be. Oh, thanks, Charlotte. I thought she was going to go a weed. Charlotte said a sunflower.
As if she would.
I'd be a sunflower.
Oh, that's lovely.
I love sunflowers. Sunflower and a rose.
I think...
side by side.
Should we say Craig be an echinacea because he can't say it?
I was going to say Craig would be a thistle because that's like
thistle?
Well, that's the national flower of Scotland, isn't it?
Oh, I never thought of that. Yeah.
That about sounds a bit horrible. Me and you, flower and sunflower and a rose, and Craig's like a little thistle.
And there you go, creating quite a statement card because you've done the colouring, and the colouring's so easy to do. I showed you how to do that initially with that first part of the rose and the flowers. You'll just continue to do that little bit of pumice around the outside, and then using the stamps, the texture stamp around there, really lovely. And then spread the trellis. Split that trellis in half. Why not? Halfway. A really lovely and a very simple card to achieve. I think that's a really nice, simple card to achieve. Yeah. But looks really pleasing on the eye.
It does.
Very mantelpiece pleaser. So yeah, absolutely. Love this collection. It's gorgeous.
If you want to go for this set, just to remind you of everything, just quickly break it down. There's a lot here, so I'll whiz through fairly swiftly. But the Essentials collection, or the crafting set as we're calling this, is as follows. We didn't do that for you, Hannah. I apologise. Hannah's just messaged again about what... It was the Essentials, Hannah, wasn't it? Is that what you wanted? I'll do... reply...
It was, yeah. Because we were going to do it and then we ran out of time on that first show. We forgot in the second show.
If it was the Essentials, here they are. So you're going to get your Ice Grey 2, Ice Grey 6, Muted Brown, that's MB1, your Mocha, MB3, your True Black, and then also your Blender. That's what you get in that pack. If that was the one you were after, if it wasn't, then let me know. Right, so and there's the details in fact, 519 or 918, welcome. So the craft kit, is that what it's called? Crafting set. You're going to get the stamps. So that one of these that Debbie was using in that last demo there, just to create that really cool vintage effect. You've got loads in there. Love that big sort of font stamp. You've got the postage stamps in there. You've got sweddles. You've got little ink splots in there, postage marks, and then of course those sentiments that I've just taken you through, including the language of flowers. There's that gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous rose bouquet. That is your stamp and die. You've got that beautiful diamond trellis, which Debbie used in the last demo with your detail die and then the outer die. Then you've got this beautiful, exquisite lace die. All of the dies in there to be able to create your florals with as well, whether you're using the foam, whether you're using paper, card, vellum. You've got all the different size petals, the leaves in there too, and some little smaller flowers. You've also got your border in there, which is gorgeous. That is that beautiful, elegant lace border die. And then the two embossing folders. Again, the one that Debbie has just used in that last demo, which is the 3D Timeless Rose. And that one, which is your 2D embossing folder, Baroque frame. That is an incredible price for all of that, £52 or $60. If you then want to get all of your papers, then those are included in a separate bundle. I mean, this is a mammoth bundle of paper. You're going to get in here your 12 by 12. We'll get the details up for you on this as well. You've got your 12 by 12 paper, which is here, again, beautiful double-sided papers. Saw some of these a little bit earlier on, actually, in one of the shows. Was it the first one this morning? I think it was. But you've got, look, absolutely stunning. This I absolutely love. Look at that, all those gorgeous florals in there, and then you've got elements of those stamps that you've got within the collection as well. So, like in the background, you've got some of that beautiful font. You've got some of the little postage stamps in there, and the reverse, of course, as well is the background where our amazing designers have layered over all of the illustration on top. So you've got plenty as far as your mats and layers are concerned. I love this. I absolutely love this collection. Look at that page. That's gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, great, again, if you like to do your scrapbooking and like memory albums and stuff, like for a holiday or something like that, all the little envelopes there and the postage marks and the tags mixed in amongst all of those gorgeous florals, and you've got your birds and your bees flying through there too. Absolutely stunning. Even butterflies as well. Look at that page with the pattern mixed in. That's gorgeous. I want to say that I've never seen this pad before. You probably...
I can tell with your reaction that you haven't.
Nah.
I know, but it's absolutely stunning. It really is a beautiful collection.
Absolutely gorgeous. That's just the 6x6 paper pad that you're going to get. You're also going to get your multi-sheet topper pad in here. These are incredible. When we put these in bundles, we had the one on the other day from the 12 Days of Christmas, and just as jam-packed full. I mean, look at this one, for goodness sake. In the back, you've got these beautiful foil borders, foil tags, foiled sentiments, so much snippability. And imagine again, right, how many cards you're going to be making out of a pad like this when you look at all of the different toppers that you've got, all of the sentiments. You know, things like this, of course, as well, you can put in on the inside of your cards. Use these as sort of inserts. Use these as little postmarks and the little stamps there as embellishments for projects. I mean, there's absolutely loads to be going at here. And again, look at all of that gorgeous foiling that you've got included in here too. Again, snippability for making smaller cards, for making inserts for your projects. And as we come to the front, this is where, again, the value for money is off the chart, because you've got all of these additional elements that you can simply just pop out of the paper. Great, again, for little embellishments. Great also for doing some decoupage with too. So that's the next item that you've got in this set. Again, 36 sheets, but multiple ways to craft with that. You've got your 12 sheets of your flower forming foam in there as well, in those 3 different colours. You're also going to get your 6x6 pad. So that one is the 12 by 12 shrunken down into miniature. You've got your vellum in here too. I mean, again, look at this. This is immense, this deal. Everything you're getting for this price. All of those gorgeous vellums in there. Once again, matching up perfectly with the beautiful papers that you've got. So whether you're using these as inserts, you know, maybe as outserts that you can mat and layer with, maybe using them as little envelope inserts as well. Plenty that you can be doing with those. You're going to get 24 of those included. You've then got all of your luxury linen cardstock on top of that as well. 24 sheets you're getting in there in matching colours to work with all of your papers and all of your foam and all of your vellums. And if that wasn't enough, this is the deal of the day, this. You're going to get your card blanks and envelopes as well. I mean, again, I can't think of many collections where we've done that. I can think of collections where we've gone, 12 by 12, 6 by 6 vellum and maybe your linen, but then to pop in all of your card blanks, all of your envelopes to be working with too. And in total there, actually, you have got 48 pieces. So you've got 24 card blanks, 24 envelopes, 5 by 7 in size, and you've got all of the different colours, once again, to work with all of the colours of the linen, all the colours of the vellum, all of the colours of the paper. And that is an incredible deal. I definitely haven't seen this before. That's amazing. You watch in a minute. I keep saying it. Someone will say, you did it 3 weeks ago. Amazing. It's great though when you're forgetful because everything looks like it's new. There's your vintage rose paper pads. And last but by no means least, we've got a set of pre-cut elements for you. So again, these are really great just for kind of quick, easy cards. If you don't want to have to go through the fact of using your die cutting machine, maybe you just need a quick panel. Maybe you don't have a die cutting machine and you just want all of the beauty of the beautiful trellis that we've got in this set. Well, you've got it in die cut form for you there in that set. You're getting 12 of those included, 12 of the ornate lace panels as well. Again, replicating the die that you've got in the set, and your pretty lace border as well, where you've got another 12. 36 of your pre-cut elements in total for a price of £22.40 or $27.20. Sorry it took a little bit longer than I should have done over that. I just got a little bit lost in the beauty of the collection.
It's gorgeous. And to be honest, I've not seen the pre-cut section or that topper pad before.
No?
I've never worked with those. They are absolutely gorgeous. And you can create that card with those pre-toppers.
Yeah.
Colour them.
Why not?
Use your inks.
Yeah.
And colour over them. And you can create some really nice effects with those as well.
Relating to your last card, Tim C says, hi all, hope all is well. Great tips, as always, Debbie, about embossing folders. Lovely, says Angela. That'll be related to the demo, I'm sure. And Carla says, lovely card, Debbie. Andrew Bennett joins us as well, saying, good evening all. Debbie and Ben, hope you are all well. Very cold down here in Plymouth. Ah, my neck of the woods there, Andrew. Yes, down in Devon there. And also a question from Barbara R. Keep the questions coming in, by the way. We're going to do our little sit-down section in around about an hour or so. This question I can answer now. Barbara R says, Ben, have you listened to Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer yet? I know this song, but I haven't listened to it recently. So I tell you what, maybe I will listen to it during the break. And refresh my memory. We are going to take a short break, so anything you've got in your carts and your baskets, get them checked out. Grandma got run over by a reindeer. They're playing it in my ear now. I'll listen to this while you guys go to the checkouts. We'll be back in about 4 minutes' time.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
We get to know people from places and walks of life that we wouldn't come across in our everyday life if it wasn't for Crafters TV and doing what we do.
I got so many lovely comments from people when I started doing the presenting, and it was just really such a lovely feeling. And it's nice that people keep messaging in. You know, we see the same people, and we know you can build up that kind of relationship with those people. So it's just the fact that people like what we do and they're pleased. And I do love it when people send us photographs of the items that they've made.
We talk about customers, but really, they go in as a customer, come out as a friend. The support that I get is amazing. The messages I get are amazing.
Me personally, it is personal interaction. I've never had the best of health. I've always been open about that with our viewers at Crafters TV. So many people are in the same situation as me health-wise. Other people have got a completely different health issues. They understand and they relate to what I'm going through, what others are going through. So whether we interact on a crafting basis or whether we interact on a health basis, a personal basis, we're all there to support one another. It is incredible.
The reaction of viewers when they come to meet us is worth all of the early mornings when we have to get up for our early morning shows.
Some of the customers come on as craft ambassadors and things like that, craft along with us, and being able to actually chat with them on air. Love it. I really love that connection with them.
We've had lots of shows where we've done like craft alongs, especially where we've had viewers craft along with us. We had a particular viewer, Joy, who joined us once before, and she literally made me cry on air, and Joe, because the things she said about us, it really was quite humbling that there are people out there that watch us and invite us into their living rooms and really treat us like family.
Welcome back. Hannah, good news. Thanks, Ben. That was the one I wanted. Fab wanted the true black and the blender, so that set will be fab. Marvellous. Oh, and then the words to Grandma got run over by a reindeer walking home from our house Christmas Eve. I won't sing the rest of it. And Barbara R, we've sorted out the mystery of the Monday mega deal. Oh my, I wasn't watching live. I was confused as to why chat was mentioning Debbie when it was Michelle crafting. It was also why Ben was talking about the Monday mega deal. Sometimes I've done that before. You know when you like watch TV on like catch up or like on +1. Have you ever done that before? Like switched on in the morning when you think it's like 7 o'clock and it's on like +1 or something like that, and then you're completely thrown by what the times of the day are. Easily done. The aqua pens. These are left over from Craft Vault earlier on. If you want to jump in and grab them, the deals are here for 24 hours and 24 hours only. So basically up until it's pretty much midnight actually, and then they will be gone. So £22.99 or £32.99 is what you would normally pay. £9.19 is your platinum price. $13.19 if you're shopping in the US. It is your set of Nature. So again, these are our dual-ended watercolor pens. You've got that beautiful, stunning Japanese brush nib one end, and then you've got your ultra-fine nib the other. Great for laying down really, really smooth textures with these, but actually you'll see the majority of the times our guys are using the aqua pens. We're laying them down onto our glass mats, using that as a mixing palette, taking the water to them, and then creating some beautiful palettes. And again, mixing the colours up there as well, because you've got a whole host of different colours here within this set, which is your Nature, but you can create more, create different blends within that set. £9.19 or $13.19 is the price there. You've then also got from the show something perhaps we didn't come round to, our gilding flakes, the Carnival collection here. You've got your Midnight Mauve, you've got your Deep Iris and your Lapis Blue within these. Again, I won't open them up because I didn't sign the sheet before the show to say that I could open them up fully. We'll get the details up for you on these as well in just a little second. Or shall I open them up? Just for you, Charlotte, on your last show with me. Oh, they're already spilling. Last time I did this, though, it was quite nice because they went everywhere and I got them all over my hands. And then when I got in my car and drove home, they transferred the steering wheel. I had the most gorgeous steering wheel in my car for the next couple of weeks. It was marvellous. Here we go. Oh. Look at that.
They're absolutely stunning. the colours.
Yeah.
I like no other gilding flakes you see out there.
The thing to chat about for me is like when I thought gilding flakes initially, you always think gilding flakes, they're going to be gold or silver.
Gold, silver.
Yeah. All your metallics.
Patina kind of colours, those kind of, yeah, absolutely. Not with these.
No. That's why these are the luxury.
The bee's knees.
The bee's knees.
The bee's knees.
What you might think about doing, and this is a great demonstration from me, case in point, is getting some slightly bigger containers, because what you'll find is that you've seen these when we lay these down. It's a bit. I always think it's a bit like the embossing powders. A lot goes down, but you only use a little bit, and then a lot obviously goes back in. Same with the gilding flakes to a degree. So if you can get some slightly larger tubs, I reckon you'll be onto a bit of a winner there. But that's which colour did I say that was? The midnight mauve. Then you've got your deep iris, all right, and then you've also got that gorgeous blue in there, which is the lapis blue. What a buy that is for all of those. Should be £15, $17. You're at £5.99 or $6.78. Worth a go. If you've never tried our gilding flakes before, maybe you've never used gilding flakes, full stop. That is a great opportunity to try them, grab them, and pop them on your projects. You'll absolutely love them. I'm going to have to borrow Vernon in a minute to vacuum that up. Well, actually, last time I used Vernon to vacuum those up, I got told off because then he got loads of glittery bits inside them and it was getting over everybody else. But see if Tracy's coming. And next up, we're looking at these next, did you say? Those, good. Your large word dies. We saw these earlier on actually on Wake Up Call, and they are brilliant. There are a lot of fun, these actually, and if you like to put your sentiment at the forefront of your project, then these are definitely the way to go. Kind of got a few options with these actually, because if you want to place this into your cardstock and use the, I suppose, the aperture, if you like, that's left behind, then you can do that. Whether you want to create little shakers or paper piece back in, you can. But then also you've got the option here in the fact of using the waste. This is the waste, if you like, that you're then going to be using if you want to piece the letters in individually. You don't have to paper piece them back in. You can just use them separately. And as I said, what's quite nice about this, you'll have to work it out yourself. The fact that you get all of the separate letters within each of the die cuts probably means that you'll be able to make up more words than just the words you're getting within the set, if you see what I mean. So this one says, hello friend. In it, quite a nice combo as well. It reminds me a little bit of the, what were they called? The brush lettering stamps that we had a while back.
So straight font, and then a lovely cursive. Yes, that's it.
Cursive. Yeah. Which you did a beautiful card on earlier on, where you cut in and then use the little cursive font to go across the die cut. But anyway, hello friend. Thank you. Hugs and kisses. And happy birthday. $31.96 or $39.90 becomes £24 or $29.60 if you're a platinum member. We're going to have a quick look at these. Don't forget, get those questions in around about 40 minutes or so, something like that, 50 minutes. We're going to do our Essentials Corner. Fire those questions in. Anything you want to ask about anything on the show, anything which you're stuck with recently that you need an answer to, just general crafty questions, or if you want to fire a question our way about me or Debbie or whatever you fancy, really, fire it in and we'll do that in just a bit. But what can we do with these, Debbie? Oh,
I love these. Finally got my hands on them at the weekend, thanks to Sarah and the team. A big shout out to the girls at Chesterfield. Love these dies. They're big fonts, but lots of capabilities because they cut in and cut out, so I love them for that reason. I'm going to use a couple of the sets. So I'm going to use Happy Birthday and part of the Hello Friend as well, because I think there's little areas that you can take these. So happy birthday, friend.
Yeah.
Which is what I saw when I was looking at these. Now, I'll talk about the card size first, because I'm going to make a double Z fold card. So this is, now I took it from an A3 piece of cardstock because I wanted it to be quite a bit depth, and I actually took it from one piece because this actually measured and started life as 10.5 this way, and then 6 this, well I say 6, 12 this way, because what I did was on my paper trimmer I chopped 3 inch off this end.
Yeah.
Oh, was it 3? No, it's 3.5. I think it was 3.5. Sorry, this end, and then put some score lines in. Now the score line's really simple because 12 inches going across. I scored at 3 and I scored at 6 to bring back what I call the fold back card, which looks nice as it is, just as a fold back. But because I did it the same cut on this one, I've got 2 fold backs. But when you turn that fold back round, you get your lovely double Z fold card. Really nice, easy card that looks really fabulous. And you can pop it down to the bottom. You can anchor that in the middle, or you can anchor it at the top. And I did this at the weekend and used the fuchsia collection with fuchsias coming down off the top. Looked really lovely.
Yeah.
So you could use that style of card in any way. But I want to focus on this bit because I'm going to use this die of the happy, and we're going to just take that happy and I'm going to place it into this section of the card. So if I just hold that over, I'm going to place that onto that section of the card and hold that down with some low tack tape, and this will create the cutout element. So if I just pop that to one side, like so, and then, oh, I'm so sorry, fingers down the nail board time. I'm sorry, it went through my ear as well, so I don't know what it was like on air. I'm going to cut out a bit of a blue section. Actually, just make sure, Debbie, you're not cutting out your piece that you've got for the back of the card. Oh, nearly.
Are you good?
That's the one, yes. Do you know, I look at it thinking, that's a lot of blue card. Now, to open this up, I'm just going to pop that onto my plate, like so. Don't worry about this overhang, it's absolutely fine. And I think I'm going to be able to get away with 2 cuts in one go there. Yeah, we're fine. It is a thin metal die, so it's just your normal combination. And I am going to put the magnetic shim in there because I've got 2 dies on that one, and then run that through your machine. And that will cut out into almost like an aperture, but then I've got the words to use again, so you can use that happy onto a separate card, a bit like what I did this morning if you caught the earlier show. And then the birthday part, which is just that gorgeous font. It's like you said, what did you call it? A
cursive, isn't it?
A cursive. Is that how you say that word?
I think that's what I mean and what it's called. Like posh joined up writing is like a cursive font, isn't it?
Didn't know it was called that, you know.
Someone will probably correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm sure that's right. I always use that. I've always said that, cursive.
Now, when you cut that out, you've got your happy that you can still use. However, I want that middle bit, and I want the middle bit of the 2 P's. So I'm just going to move those because you need to keep those. But you've got yourself a lovely happy that you can use on another card, create a lovely background. I don't want to focus on that because what I wanted was this. And what I'm going to do now is just at the very back, I'm going to place like a little strip of blue card at the back. Makes that pop. But that's why I want to keep these pieces, because I'm going to put those back into there.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to keep this piece as well. So I'm just going to move those out of the way. And I'm going to use, I'm going to have to use, because I'm going to be creating over the top of this, the dotty tape pen. And I don't want any glue seeping through. So I am going to use this dotty tape pen to attach this cardstock to the back of it. And no, I'm safe in the knowledge that I haven't got any glue pieces running through that space or squirting out at that end, if that makes any sense, because you don't want that. So I'm going to pop that to the back, like so. And then I'm going to now I've put mine onto my little Xyron piece because I want to place the A piece back in to create that full A, and the same with the 2 little P's. So those little bits that I saved, I've already pre-done this and pop it onto a sticky little sticky adhesive machine, my little sticker machine.
Well, yeah, is that the Xyron?
Oh God, it's gone. And it's me. I ain't got any replacement ones for it.
Is that still not? No, it's not in stock, is it?
No, I keep waiting.
No.
We keep waiting. Now, I'm just going to get rid of my little residue that I've got left over there from my low tack tape, which does rub off actually. You can rub that off. Now, that is going to be part of my little birthday. You can pop it either end, and I'm going to pop mine going across the centre. However, I need a little bit of a background piece. So I did say to you this morning, I found me botanic garden and the Dixie and all the gorgeous cardstock that comes with it. Now, I've already popped my mats and layers together. However, I'll talk you through it. So we know that this base, and if I remember rightly, I cut this to 7 by 6. So my base card was 6 3/4 by 5 3/4, so that fits into there. And then the patterned one, another 1/4 inch down. So it was at the halfway mark, so it was 6 1/2 by 5 1/2. I will get there eventually. But really nice and easy to do, especially if you've got a guillotine or a paper trimmer. And again, if you've got your paper trimmer, you can do things like this, where you take out the centre of your card. And I'm just going to pop that onto the back. And then I've cut myself some little panels as well. So I'm going to pop the floral panel on the front, and then that was the reverse side of it as well. I mean, you can do this with any papers. We've had so many beautiful paper pads out recently, Ben, that any papers would look equally as lovely. So I'm just going to line that up. And because I'm using my wet glue, I've got a bit of wiggle time that I can pop just over there. So I'm just going to stick this panel down, Ben. It won't be a second while I just stick this down.
Don't forget, if you want to go for the collection, details on your screen there. It is your large word dies, 8 dies in total for just £24 if you're platinum, or $29.60. Yeah, it's a really, really fun collection, this actually, and nice to see them in action. If you do love them as well, do you pop back to... Was it Wake Up? It was Wake Up Call, yeah.
It was, yeah, where I did two different star cards using.
Yes, you did the twofer.
Yeah, so
yes.
I did. I used them to cut into a cardstock and created one card, and then with the waist, and I said the waist, with the words that cut out, I used that as a background piece and used the duet ink pads as well to create that. You can go back and watch that on there,
It's weird that the words are the waist, isn't it?
I know, because it sounds bizarre saying that, because they're not, because they are another feature. Again, it's giving you that, as a crafter, that creativity to use them in multiple ways. Now, I've stuck my panels down onto this card base, so I'll just repeat this so you can see. What it leaves me is with this lovely fold back feature, and I've matched that up with a paper of this one, because that's going to be the first focal part that you see, and then the reverse side of it, to offer you something, but it's not too much, like all that busy pattern. So it's sometimes nice when you've got double-sided papers or cardstock to do things like that. And using wet glue, again, you can line up going across, so you've got a really nice straight edge finish when you're doing this. Now, this is that double-sided element. So with that flip reverse one, we're going to add that to this panel here. Now, before we do, because I was debating this, Ben, literally, do I put my birthday going across the middle? Do I put my birthday? But I thought I was going in for a couple of little panels. And I thought, really, to match in with this little panel, I did the reverse side. And again, if you think about this, this is 6 inches. So we know each one of those little corners there is 3 inch by 3 inch. So literally take your panel and just chop down again. So a 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 and 2.5 by 2.5 to create your lovely square when you're doing your matting and layering. So again, nice and simple, looks really effective. And again, because I'm using wet glue, I can line these up. It's just those little finishing touches that you learn as you go along the way. You can use tape pens if you're good with your tape pens, and you can still do this, but all it's doing is lining that up, so I've got a nice straight edge again. Now, because it's wet glue, it doesn't dry instantly, gives you a bit of wiggle time to place that in. And I can see I didn't put enough down onto that side because it's starting to come up, but it shouldn't do, because it dries like cement. It's really, especially with this all-purpose glue, it gives extra rigidity to your card.
Good word for a 7 o'clock on a Wednesday night.
I know. Trying to impress Charlotte on her last show. That's what I'm trying to do. Now I've got to debate whether I want it at the bottom, in the middle, or going across the top. And I think on this occasion, I'm going to go on the middle.
It's like Strike It Lucky, this.
It is. Top, middle, or bottom. Or about a third of the way up, or whatever way you want to create. Now, I'll show you how I stick mine down. So with this panel, just turn that over and then attach your glue. So I'm going to come in with the super strong, but now redesigned, recyclable, refillable, should I say, cardstock. So I've popped just my glue down onto this area. Now, I'm going to position. So I'm going to go about, let's go halfway. In fact, I am going to go halfway. Let me just push that up to there. And I'm going to line that up and just drop that down. Now, what I'm going to do is fold it over so that I know I've got this fold perfect. And then I'm just going to put my glue just into this quadrant. And because I've got this white, I know exactly where to go with my glue. Let me just make sure I've got that the right way. Just thinking, did that need filling up? Then I'm thinking it can't do. No way does it need filling up. How much metres are on this one now? Is
30.
It 30 metres is a lot of glue. But when you fold it this way, it means it's easier to just pop that down and line that up and know that you've got that perfect and exactly where I needed it to be just by lining that up. Now, if I just pop that down, I've only got happy at the moment.
Yeah.
So what do I want to add onto there? Well, of course, I want to add the birthday. I also want to add as well friend.
Happy birthday, friend.
Yeah, because I have cut mine out. So I've cut out in like multiple colours here because I was debating whether to have a little bit of a drop shadow as well going off.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm still debating whether to take it across the middle too and let that bend. And I think that might look nice.
Okay.
But I think I'm going to have the whites on the top just because I've got a lot of blue there and I want to balance it a little bit. So I'm just, before I put this on, I'm just going to do the drop shadow. Now the drop shadow, you just place it across, drop it about millimetres.
Yeah.
And then just stick that onto the top and going across. And I'm going to do this because this is very what did you call it again?
Curvaceous.
Well, it is cursive, but it's very curvaceous. It's got so it's a bit of like just having a little play with it to get it into place, and that's why I'm doing it on my carrier sheet. So I know that when I'm dropping that down, I've got a little bit of a drop shadow all the way across.
Yeah.
Because there's a little bit more bend to this sentiment than you would with an ordinary one, and I'm quite happy with that. And then I'm going to peel that off once that's all stuck down. I'm going to peel that off.
Yeah.
And then...
Oh, it's perfect, that, isn't it?
Yeah. Excuse me.
Oh.
I do apologise. Shall we go across the middle? I don't think it loses anything, does it?
It's your card.
Yeah, let's go across the middle.
Yeah.
And then just down here, I think I'm going to put my friend. Or I could have put birthday friend. Happy birthday, friend. Why didn't I think of that before I did it?
What?
To pop it on at the same time. It don't matter. So again, I'm just going to repeat that. Again, we've got a little bit of a curvature going off there, little curvy sentiment.
That's it.
So...
whilst you're sticking, there's a lot of love for the papers coming through. Gorgeous, says Deborah Spencer. And Rosalind says, the paper is beautiful, and I'm not really a blue person. We can also say hi to Elizabeth Red, who's joined us from Virginia. And Rosalind says, I did order those large word dies on HSN. I could a few days ago, I think. They were and still are on sale. And thank you, Hannah, who says, here's a good catchphrase, Collal all-purpose, rigidity from liquidity. That's a great one, Hannah. I'm keeping it.
I love that.
Rigidity from liquidity.
I love that. That's fabulous.
Yeah.
What you could do as well is you could place your words back in. You could colour those, and then you could place them back in to give those a little bit of a drop shadow. That looks quite effective, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So to pop that back in. However, I'm quite happy with that blue because I think it balances out all that card. And then, do you know that lovely rose, vintage rose we've just been talking about?
Oh, yeah.
And I said about me paper flowers.
Ooh,
it's because I made them in these. I made my paper flowers out of these, so that's that beautiful
the
rose
die set.
Yeah. And I've just cut them out in matching papers because I just wanted to give it a little bit of it's such a gorgeous floral, and just add a little bit of embellishments into places. So I'm going to drop a little bit of glue.
Just remind us as well, because Donna's asking what paper pad that those beautiful
it's the Botanic Garden 12 by 12 pearlescent cardstock. I mean, we do some gorgeous cardstock here at Crafters. We really do. And this one was one of my favourites that we launched this year.
Yeah. We had it on yesterday.
There's the Ditsy Floral.
And the rainbow.
The rainbow. So that blue is from the rainbow. And these papers are from the Botanic Garden pearlescent one, which they're just, honestly, absolutely beautiful. Now, I am using a hot glue gun. Yep. Take care when you're using a hot glue gun to pop that into place. But then I've got all of these gorgeous little flowers. So I'm going to add... again, and I've put little gems in the centre, but I'm just going to build up a little bit of decoration going around and balancing them out. And again, taking away a little bit of some of this space here too. So I'm going to come in and add a couple down here. Just drop that onto there. Same with the blue. Let's add another little one just under there. Not used to using my hot glue gun in my left hand. It feels a bit alien doing that.
Who was it who shook it the other day? That made me laugh.
You what, love?
Who was it who shook the glue gun the other day?
Shook the glue gun?
Yeah.
Who shook the glue gun?
Somebody by accident just went like that and went, oh, is it Michelle?
Oh, what is she like?
Oh.
Yeah, you don't shake the glue gun, and let's remember this is hot glue.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I've had a hot glue accident. and it's no laughing matter, let me tell you.
Oh, sorry, I don't know why I was laughing.
Did you laugh then?
No, it's just the way you sort of said, I've had a hot glue accident, and I started laughing
because
as you said it's no laughing matter.
You let it cool down before you touch it, and Debbie picked it up, and glue just came seeping out because I forgot it was switched on.
I've had it before where, you know, sometimes you can get the little stringy bits, and those can be quite hot if you
wait till they've gone. Those stringy bits will pull away.
Yeah.
You don't need to worry about those too much.
No.
But I think I'm quite happy with that. I'll take all the stringy bits off in a second, but there you go with your lovely words, happy birthday, and then of course with a friend, and then just add some little florals on there as a little extra embellishment. I love these dies. They're a statement piece. That was just a fancy fold card with some decorated paper, and let those dies do the talking. It says everything I want it to say to my friend. Happy birthday, friend. Yeah. Lovely.
And the colours, again, marvellous. So many of you just talking about the card and also the colours. If you want to pick that collection up, it is available on the web, as I say. It's a 3-piece. It's called the Ultimate Pro Card Collection, I think. Where you get your Ditzy Florals, your Botanic Garden, and then of course you get that beautiful rainbow cardstock as well, which matches up perfectly with all the colours that you get within that set. Love the papers, says Pat. Blue is my favourite colour. Beautiful card, Debbie. And Carletta Morris says, love that card, Debbie. Yeah, go and grab it. It's there on the web for you. Grab these dies as well. They're brilliant, aren't they? And again, they're the kind of set that is quite easy to work with. You know, if you're fairly new to crafting, again, these are the kind of sets that you'll turn to because you've got your sentiment there in one fell swoop, whether you cut it into your cardstock or whether you cut it out and use the waste. I mean, hilarious that we talk about the letters there being the waste element, but they're not really. But you can cut out and use this part. You can cut out and use the kind of aperture, or as we saw with Debbie, what you can do, of course, is cut into your cardstock and then piece back in various items of those letters as well and mix and match them around, as we saw. So obviously you've got your hugs and kisses. I quite like that one as just a nice sort of generic sentiment as well. Thank you. Potentially going to come into its own after Christmas when you're sending all of your thank you cards to people. Then you've got your hello friend. So that again, very, very handy just for cards on those days when you want to send a card to someone perhaps who's just a bit down in the dumps. And then you've also got your happy birthday. But as we saw, combine these, you know, happy birthday friend, why not? And as I said, when you think about all of the different letters that you've got across this collection, you could potentially end up making loads of different sentiments within that set as well. Really cute as well, the fact that you've got your kind of big chunky capitals and then the little beautiful cursive, almost like what do we call it, like brush lettered detail in there as well. £24 or £29.60 is your platinum price. Beautiful card, says Lois. Thank you, Debbie. Pretty card, says Linda Armstead. And beautiful card, says Deborah Spencer. That's beautiful, says Rosalind. The print depth is, the print gives it depth. And Michael Adams says, wow, Debbie, another work of art. Yeah. Quick look at some card stock that we've got on the show. £53.95 or £71.91 is your usual price on this. It's I tell you what, a jam-packed bundle of card stock. You're getting first of all 50 sheets of your Centura Pearl in the Snow White. Hint of gold, this one. I always find it's a little bit difficult to kind of see on the TV screens. Sorry, if you just caught me looking off screen there just then, we're expecting a bit of snow here. It says 100% chance of snow between now and 9 o'clock.
What?
Yeah.
Can it wait till about 8:30? Then it can snow.
Why?
When I get on the A1.
When you get on the A1?
When I get on the A1, yeah. And not before.
I just, Tracy's just sort of gone like that.
Oh, is it coming down?
No, only like a little.
Oh, a trickle.
Yeah.
Has Tracy been out to check?
A trickle.
Is it a trickling?
No, the snow doesn't trickle, does it? A dusting. But anyway, sorry. Yes, 50 sheets of your Snow White, hint of gold. Then you're also going to get 40 sheets of your Centura Pearl Trends. This is brilliant, actually. Again, 300 GSM, but you get an 8-colour pack, so 5 sheets of each in your beautiful pinks and purples, greens. I love that sort of beautiful lime green, really kind of fruity and vibrant you've got there. And then as we go through into your sort of, we call that almost like a platinum effect there. But that's all included in that, which is another 40 sheets. That's 90 in total. Then we're giving you 10 sheets of mink. You're also going to get, this is beautiful, the double-sided single-sided ivory. Oh, hang on a minute. Double-sided single colour. Yeah, so you're getting your ivory. Beautiful that to use for things like your wedding stationery maybe. You've got something like that coming up. But that's a beautiful collection of ivory cardstock that you've got 40 sheets of A4 size. And then you've got your luxury cardstock in the precious metals. This is brilliant because it combines, basically you've got 40 sheets within this. You've got 10 sheets of glitter card, 10 sheets of your matte mirror, 10 sheets of your mirror card in these 5 colours, but you've also got, and it's the only bundle I believe that we do it in, your adhesive glitter card as well, which is just absolutely sensational. The colours in here are brilliant. I'm a big fan, as you know, of our glitter card because you've got that stunning glitter, the stunning sparkle which you'd expect, but it's not going to brush off, you know, if you brush past it. You want a beard test? I can do the beard test now as well. Imagine if someone tunes in now. Made my face feel all funny now.
Does it feel funny? Feel a bit weird?
It's past the beard test though. Yeah, so there we go. Sorry, that was a bit weird. But look at that. Look at the gorgeous matte mirror. I'm a Debbie convert on the matte mirror. I've got to tell you, this will always be my favourite, the glitter cardstock. And as I say, the fact that you've got the adhesive in here as well is incredible. But look at that. My. Oh. It's all about the satin.
Yes.
It is all about that. I mean, the mirror cardstock's pretty decent as well, but you know, it's all about the matte mirror for me. And you've got it across your golds, your silvers, your bronzes in here too. It is 40 sheets of just the most gorgeous cardstock. Jump in and grab it. And of course, it comes along with everything that I've just shown you within that bundle. It equates to, let me add that again, 40, 80, 90, 130, it's 180 sheets of cardstock for £32 or $44. That is a deal on any day of the week. It's yours tonight for that amazing price. We're going to take a short break. Get the questions in because we are round about, I don't know, 25 minutes or so away from Essentials Corner. Anything you want to ask Debbie, anything you want to ask about this show, anything you want to ask about any of the products on the show, if you're stuck with a project at the minute and you need an answer to a burning question, ask away. I've got a couple or 3 questions lined up so far, so there's plenty of opportunity to take yours. So get your questions in and we will come back in about 3 or 4 minutes' time with some more demos. We'll see you in a moment.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get social with us. Whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, on your TV or tablet, you can get so close to the action, it's like you're in the studio with us. You can ask questions about products or crafty techniques. Get hints and tips from our expert demonstrators. Plus, share pictures of your crafty makes with our amazing community. Crafters TV, getting you closer to the crafty action.
There once was a man who was very crafty. His name was Craig from Carnoustie. He joined the team on Crafters TV. Oh, crafty Scottish man craft. Soon may the crafty man come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live. He wanted to prove he was the man, but he lost at craft was to Leanne. But 2 weeks later he beat Jan. Oh, crafty Scottish man craft. Soon may the crafty men come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live. He did so well on Crafters TV, Sarah sent him off to Germany, where he did some work for QVC. Oh, crafty Scottish man craft. Soon may the crafty men come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live. His crafting skills, they aren't half bad. In fact, I'd say they're totally rad. That's mainly down to his favourite foam pads. Oh, crafty Scottish man craft. Soon may the crafty man come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live. The crafters, they loved him a lottie for his charm and skill. They went quite putty, they nicknamed him the Hardy Scotty. Oh, crafty Scottish man craft. Soon may the crafty man come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live. In the crafting world, he's standing tall. He's the best Scottish crafter of them all. Catch him Monday to Friday on his wake-up call. Oh, crafty Scottish man craft. Soon may the crafty man come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live.
Do a Facebook Live.
I'm catching up with Craig tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that, actually. Because we always say we're going to hang out, because obviously he lives in, just down the road, and I live just up the road. But chances are when I'm not on, he's on, you see. But tomorrow we are both off, so we are going to the cinema together tomorrow.
Oh, lovely.
At Mate's Day, 3:05 tomorrow to see that horror movie, Thanksgiving. Bit gory, apparently. That's what our Dean says.
A bit gory?
Yeah.
Ooh.
What you like on scary movies? Not fussy?
Oh, no, I like them. Yeah, but I usually hide behind my hands or pillars.
That was here?
Yeah.
Laura does that. I think
I like that.
Yeah, see,
I like that through my hands.
Laura does this. She holds her ears because she says it's the music.
Yeah, that's the bit that can be the most frightening bit that spooks you up because you know something's coming.
Yeah, she hates the in like the jump scare movies when it's like the.
Oh my God, no, I'm terrible. Yeah.
She hates that, and so she's like,
bless her. I get where she comes from.
But it's nice to have Craig as a buddy because Laura
doesn't like
horror movies, so I can't go to those. I mean, you can go to the cinema on your own, can't you? But it's nice to go with a mate. So that would be fun tomorrow. Right, quick look at these. My boards are falling apart. I stuck that back earlier, but it's fallen off again. These are the everyday border nesting dies, and they are incredible. It's a 6-piece collection. It's actually 24 dies in total, £70 or $80, saving 10% today, £56 or $64. This board here shows you all the different designs that you are going to be getting with the set. I'm holding that one on. Because you're thinking, what's he doing there? Look, it's unglued. No, I taped it earlier, it's fallen off again. It's because it's been by the heater over there, you see. You've got a moray, which is the hearts. You've got your rose garden. I beg your pardon. You've got your seasonal leaves. You've got your, it's upside down the board, Regency swirls, and your entwined vines. Absolutely beautiful, so delicate, so detailed, incredible. Size-wise, 4x5, this is the largest size of your outer die. This one here is the 6th design in the set, which is your kaleidoscope of butterflies. And these boards, again, just show you the different configurations and combinations of what you can achieve depending on which die you use with what. You basically get 2 detailed dies within each set and then 2 innie dies, non-detailed dies, to be able to create all of the different things. Like, for example, if you're just cutting out the outer frame, you can create an aperture here. Here, using the innie and the outie to create this frame with all the detail. If you just want to be able to create an outer frame, you can. If you just want to be able to create a frame with a mat, you can do that. If you just want to be able to create a frame here with a slightly thinner detail, you can. Slightly thicker frame with all the detail down the bottom, you can. If you then just want to use elements of the inner detail, again, you can, to create a little frame here with a little thin outer border, thicker outer border here, and here again, look, all of these different frames and apertures that you can create and little layers from all of the different dies that you've got within this set. And that's kind of 13 different ways to be able to use them across one set. But as we discussed earlier on, you can combine things like the butterflies and the roses then to create completely different projects when you start cross-pollinating, there's a good word, cross-pollinating the dyes from, say, the butterflies with the roses, and from the entwined leaves with the hearts, however you want to do it. There's so much scope to create with this. £56 or $64 is a platinum price. They are available as individuals as well if you want to go for them that way. But let's have a look at them with Debbie. I mean, the possibility, I mean, they're not endless, but they are almost endless, all of the different combinations.
Yes, because of all the different combinations that you can use. As a crafter, for me, that's really exciting because it just gives me so much creatability, craftability, whichever way you want to describe. And they're lovely. They nest within each other perfectly, but they also create that lovely border frame.
Yeah.
And because of all those different configurations that Ben's shown you, these make these really exciting, and I absolutely love them. I love the way that they are designed to work in so many ways. And I'm just going to cut out 2, and I say 2 because I'm going to do some more, because I'm actually going to create a background using a couple of the Duet ink pads as well.
Oh, nice.
Got to. You've got to, Ben. But first of all, let's cut one out. And I'm going to cut out a solid piece into black cardstock. So this is our matte black cardstock. I can see you busy trying to stick all your bits packed out.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right. Actually, I'm going to use the pink one. I'm going to use the textured cardstock first. I'll put that to one side. Now, this is when you can play around. You can create a lovely piece as well that sits in the centre, which looks gorgeous. I love that one, but I'm just going to keep it as a solid piece just for this one, and then we'll have a play around, but I need to create a little bit of an inky background with that in mind. So I'm just going to run those through, and this is the first start. So if you were going to create a nice solid piece for a base, that's the one that you would do. I want to try and take you on a little bit of a journey with these, but to be honest, at that price for those dies, to get dyes that can create so many different looks.
That's it.
It's just, for me, it's literally one of those no-brainers. Horrible term, but you know exactly what I mean. Also, as well, you've got, I say a couple of little hearts in there. Don't be throwing those away. Keep hold of those. Let me just grab my poker tool, and I'm just going to push those little pieces out. And let me just get rid of those. We'll get old Vernon out in a minute. Put that down there. And then I've cut that out again, but he cut it out into some black cardstock. So I'm going to do a little bit of a drop shadow with that one, with the pink on the top. Always looks really effective, but there's a reason I'm using the black with the pink, because I've got a little bit of an inky background that I'm going to show you how to do as well. So first things first, we'll stick these panels down. So again, lots of intricate detail. So I'm going to use our dotty tape pen around those filigree designs. And then I'm going to use the solid one in the background. I'm just going to switch that round a little bit. And that's just to stick that over the top.
Okay. Thank you, Jean F, who says, Ben, your Craig song is one that I never tire of. I love it. Well, thank you, Jean F.
Yeah, it's one of my favourites, that.
And Hannah says, Ben, this is the film we're seeing tomorrow. It is the most gratuitously gory film that I have seen in ages. I did a lot of wincing. I thought it was just like a bit of a shock horror thing, but if it's got gore
That'd
in
be
it.
Debbie Fisher's cup of tea then, because she loves gore, doesn't she?
Really?
Yeah, she loves the gory movies.
I might be leaving Craig on his own if it's that gory. I'm not really up for that much gore.
Are you not into the gore?
I like jump scare movies.
Oh,
I'm not massive on gore.
There you go. Anna's told you it's going to be a bit of a scary one, that one. Right, so that's the first matte piece. Now I've actually popped some foam pads onto the back because, like I said, I'm going to stick this onto an inky background. Now, before I can do the next stage that I want to do, I've got to create the inky background. So I'm just going to use a couple of the ink pads, and I say technical, there's nothing technical about this. I'm just going to pop some of that gorgeous ink. I'm going to do this one at a time. The lovely thing about that chalky base finish, or that chalky finish that you get with these, you need to let them dry. I didn't get Vernon out after all, did I? I'm just keep finding bits underneath. Let me just move those out of the way. I need a little, I say a little spritzer. I think I'm on my last legs with my spritzer. Let me just have a little, see if I can get some. Oh, I'm fine.
You're all right.
Yeah, I'm all right. So I'm just going to take my watercolour cardstock, and a simple term, we're just going to swoosh up all of that lovely ink. And it's lovely. I love doing things like this. Right up my street then, this one. And then I'm going to just let that dry. So we're going to force that drying though, very quick.
Would you normally just let it dry naturally then, yeah?
You can let it dry naturally if you want.
Does it make any difference?
Do just that you slow your stages down because I'm adding more colour. Could add more colour to this.
The effect doesn't look much different then?
No, it'd be fine. Yeah, and all it would mean is if the next colour that I want to go down with, I would have to wait for that to dry naturally.
Yeah.
And I'm impatient, I'm not going to lie. I'm rather impatient. I like to slap that colour down as fast as I can and pick up lots of beautiful colour. Now, you can, of course, now I wouldn't go back into that with my ink pad because you'll ruin the integrity of the ink in there.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to add a little bit more. And again, I'm just going to build up a little bit of colour because I want a little bit more pink on there. Yeah. And I'm going to not put as much water down because then I'm going to pick up a darker colour. So the more you water, the more dilute it gets. So can you see now I've got like a bit of a darker colour going off. And I love that veiny look that it gives. Now, in the meantime, I'm going to wipe up the excess because I am going to move on, while I'm drying that, I'm going to move on to the other colour. And I've used Raspberry Ripple. I've just used 2 out of the ones that are on offer today, which is the Raspberry Ripple and that gorgeous Soft Ever, because I think the pink and the purple, 2 nice warm colours that work lovely. So let's just give that a little blast in. I think with the excess, I'll just wipe up with a little bit of a tissue. Now, cover that up, bring in the purple, exactly the same, nice bit of ink down. Lovely thing, it's nice ergonomical shaped and I'm just wanting to get like the biggest amount of colour I can down on there. And again, spritz with some water. The least amount of water that you use, the darker the colour you'll get. And it looks really effective no matter which way you do this. And this is the lovely thing about this, Ben, is that you can add the colour on top of that colour but not lose the colour underneath.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and that's why I often get asked, what ink pads would you use first, Debbie? I'm going to always tell you to use the Duets. I am. I love them. I think they're fabulous.
They're Leanne's favourite as well now.
Yeah, I mean, I was so excited to be involved in the launch. I wasn't in the launch up here, but I was at the launch down at Hobby Maker with them. Love them. The amount of things that you can do with them. That lovely chalk-like finish that you get with them. Just stunning. And the magic there is that you do need to let those stages dry in between. So I've got my little background going off. Well, I want to cut now some pieces out. So I'm going to cut out... No, you're going to cut out the smaller one. Let's cut out the small one. I'm going to go in the centre, because I'm going to use that background piece as a background part to my card. But simply run those through, and again, you've got choices with how you want to use those. And I'm just going to run those through. He's got all excited, Charlotte. I think he's seen that it's snowing.
It's snowing.
Oh, it ain't.
First snow of the year.
No, no, and no.
What?
No,
no snow?
No. I don't want no
snow.
snow. Get that snow out of here now, because I'm not happy about snow being around.
Let's get the snow. Can we stop the snow, please, Tracy?
Yes, please, stop that snow.
Is it settling?
As long as it's not settling.
It's not settling.
Thank God for that. I hate snow.
Oh, I love snow.
But the world's Great Britain comes to a standstill. Little bit of an ink, a little dusting, and everything goes to pot.
Oh,
so I know going back onto roads tonight is going to be a nightmare.
You'll have to take the company monster truck home, won't you? With the big tyres. Or take the chopper. Get to the chopper.
Now, I've got myself a little bit of a background piece, but I've also got a lovely little decorative piece to go into my fold. Now, I'm going to bring in, because I'm going to push that to one side, because the one that I've done... Oh, do you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to show you its stencil effect.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Debbie. I popped the stencil over the top when it was a full one, a full piece. So we're going to pretend that's back in there. Squirts some water through it. Squirts? What the heck? Spritz. Spritz some water through there. You can tell it's getting late.
Oh, you can.
Oh my
done,
God!
Debbie.
All my spritzers, they've all run out of water.
Done. Yeah. Do you want me to fill it up?
It's all right.
Oh, you got some
I'm going to pour some down. That lovely water you fetched me earlier. I'm going to fill that back up.
Either it's snowing outside.
Oh, look at Tracy. She's got snow all over her. Oh my God. I'm just going to show you this because this is a lovely technique. So even though I've only got a little bit left, I'm going to just pop some water through my stencil. Now, this is from that stylish trio of stencils. Leave the water on, leave the stencil down, and then just take a bit of tissue and it bleaches out a bit of that design, and it also creates a lovely funky background. So I'm just taking that over the top, and you get that lovely dotty design all the way around. It's really lovely. It looks really effective, and I really do enjoy doing that technique. As you will see with my piece that I did at home, because again, you've got that lovely cut, and this one as well, I've got a little bit of and again, another little way that you can use with your 2 dies. Put the large die in, the small die in, you've got 2 frames there as well. But all of this is going to go onto a card base. So I'm going to bring in my card base. I've kept it really nice and simple. It's 5x7 in size. And with mats and layers, I've used matte black cardstock, that pink texture, what I cut out that main die, and then I used another matte and layer. And the reason I take out the middle is because that's going to get covered up. Again, I've had another piece there that I don't have to waste. I can use it for some other things like sentiment backings and all those kind of things. And again, I'm just going to take this, pop that into my card base, like so. And I'm going to come in with this one because that's going to now sit in, and I've always, every single mat and layer, I take down 1/4 of an inch, so it sits within each other. If you've got nesting dies that do that, you can absolutely do that as well. But yeah, it's really quite effective. And just build up your layers. You've got these lovely nesting dies, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to layer up now those nesting dies that I already did the shadow drop. Don't worry about this. This is all going to be covered up, so it doesn't matter that it's not matching. If you've got a paper trimmer, again, your paper trimmer is going to be your best friend in terms of popping that down. So I'm just going to hold that down. Let me take off the backs of my... I love that, you know. Do you know with that little... I never even noticed it. Yeah.
No, everyone will be checking there.
I thought I'd bent it.
No.
I thought it was me, and I didn't realise the hook was on there. And it's to do things like this. Stop sticking to your finger, Debbie. Is to get underneath those areas like your tapes to make that easier to lift. We know Craig is super fast at doing it.
That's it, but if you haven't got a foam pad finger like Craig, then this is the...
And it's like, I'm a bit useless with tweezers. So instead of having to use tweezers, I can do things like this. I'm going to lay that over the top with my foam pads. And then we're going to start to build this up. So I've got my lovely little layer. Now again, using that die, I cut out a black piece, so that die there, I cut out using black. Again, put some foam pads.
How many layers is this now?
Oh, I know, there's layers upon layers.
4, 5,
yeah,
6, 7.
Honestly, there's...
Incredible, this.
That this is the thing you can do with your dies as well, and have a real play with them. And just enjoy them and create your own background papers. You don't always have to use papers from your paper pads. No. Create your own backgrounds with your inks.
Well, that's the genius, but as you've just shown us with these ink pads, isn't it? The amount of fun that you can have creating your own papers. And actually, it's a technique that's nice and easy to do, but it creates an effect that it looks like you've kind of spent ages doing
absolutely, absolutely. And again, anybody can do this. You can just have a little plate. You've got the right dies. Yeah. You've got the right inks. Little quick technique. I mean, there was nothing like really, ooh, this is going to take me ages to do. I literally dropped a bit of ink on there, squirted water and picked it up.
Exactly.
That's all I did. Yeah. And then die cut with it. Yeah. So you can do your die cut pieces. Just going to push that over just a little bit to the side before I stick that down. And again, just continue to layer up. I could still use this piece. In fact, I did use this piece because guess what I did? You're not going to come for me, are you? When I show you what sentiment I used.
Oh, I can't. I don't want to guess.
No, I know, but I did cut out my little with love.
I've not seen that one in a while.
Have you not seen it a while? No, I haven't used it for a while, and I know. I mean, I thought I'd give it a little dusting down. I thought I'd just, you know, use it. Becky's going to kill me on Saturday because I have used it in the craft along, and she groaned the last time I pulled it out. But I do love it, not going to lie.
It's really handy.
It's a really handy one to have. And do you know what? Ooh, got little love hearts. Oh, let's put some of these little love hearts back in. Let's get some of these. I mean, these would make great little shakers, wouldn't they?
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Really nice little shakers. Do you know what I think I'm going to do, though? I think I'm going to use... Let me grab my tacky glue.
OK. We are shortly heading over to Essentials Corner. We've got a few questions coming in, actually.
Oh, lovely.
This is quite nice. We'll have a bit of a Q&A with Debbie. I think I've got 3 or 4 so far, but there's room for your question. We'll probably have about I don't know, 15 minutes at the end. We'll get all the votes in as well. Demo of the show,
forgot about
demo of the day. Oh, yeah.
Getting carried away.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'm going to leave those. I'm going to save those because I'm going to just show you what you can do. And again, a very simplistic card to do, but looks really effective.
Yeah.
Good inks, good dyes, and you can create lovely effects like that. And I have lifted them on foam pads, so it's created that little bit of a lift, a little bit of like a decoupage, a bit layered up. But really, really effective to create and use, and then use your little waist pieces as well.
That might be the one, you know. We'll get the vote going in just a second. If you want to go for this collection, the everyday nesting dies, 6-piece collection. But as you've kind of seen with the chat that we've given you over the course of the day today, and indeed just with that demo there, you've got so much versatility with these. If you're like Debbie and you look at her collection, you go, I don't want a one-trick pony, I want a set which is going to do loads and loads of different things. The versatility that you've got with this and the interchangeability that you've got with all of the different dies here is just second to none. It honestly is. You've got all of these different designs, so Regency swirls, these beautiful vines, you've got your Amore, in the centre you've got your Rose Garden. You might even do like a little bit of paper piecing with that one particularly. I got the opportunity to do that, I think it would look great. And then you've got your seasoned leaves in there, plus you're then also going to receive your kaleidoscope of butterflies as well. And these again are all the different ways that you're going to be able to use them. The frames with the different thicknesses, then using the inner die with the different frame sizes, cutting into your cardstock, cutting out of your cardstock, getting your mats and your layers, getting all of your different apertures. I mean, the possibilities here are absolutely huge. I think it's one of the most beautiful collections that we've done, and certainly one of the most versatile collections. It's a great price tonight as well. £56 is your platinum price, or $64. And don't forget, with everything today as well, as you're shopping, you will get your free gift of your classic illustrator and your aqua in that little bundle there. So you get your aqua marker in the aquamarine, you're going to get your illustrator in the true black, and then you've also got that classic which is in the fuchsia as well. That'll be automatically added into your basket. No minimum spend as well, which is absolutely brilliant. Let's just have a quick vote. Is that what we're doing now? I think.
About that.
Yes.
Let me just bring my cards in.
For the demo of the show. We'll get that vote going, and then we'll get the vote for the demo of the day going in just a little while. This is going to be a toughie. Go on then.
So number 1, using the vintage rose. That is number 1. Number 2 was those gorgeous large word dies. Number 2. And then number 3 is the one you've just seen me create with the fabulous everyday nesting dies. So it's 3, 2, or 1, you decide.
Get voting now. You've got about, I don't know, 5 minutes or so, something like that, to get your vote in, and then we will reveal said result and then do the vote for the demo of the day. Just before we have a quick little break and we head over to the chauffeur area, just wanted to quickly remind you of the deal which is still proving so super popular, and that is this Pro Sketch Pack, 49-piece limited edition collection that we are now doing at half price for you. I know so many people have already jumped in and grabbed this, but if you haven't yet got it, what I urge you to do is jump in and buy it now. And then go back and watch Sheena's shows from Wednesday of last week, where she will take you through everything that you're going to be getting in here. If you've ever thought about getting into sketching, if you have got someone who loves to sketch and is looking for a top quality artist set, then this is the way to go. The value for money is off the chart with this. Just to mention again, I know you've watched the VT a couple of times today already, but your 2 mechanical pencils that you've got in here. So this one here, which is your kind of standard mechanical pencil, if you like. Sheena says the one that she had, she paid around about £6 for. You're going to get all your replacement leads included in there as well, which you can simply pop into your pen when those runs out. You've also got your clutch pencil too. Once again, ask Sheena, see that VT? She said she paid £10 for her clutch pencil.
Wow.
You've got all of the replacement leads in there for that as well, for doing all of your sketching with. So for the clutch pencil and that sketching pencil on its own, there's £16 straight away. Then also within this set, I'll rattle through this fairly quickly because, as I say, you can go back and watch the show. You've got your standard eraser, You've also got your kneadable eraser, so that one's really great as well for kind of breaking off little smaller bits. Great for creating your light and shade and doing little stippling effects with that we saw with Sheena. You've got your pencil sharpener as well, really nice quality metal pencil sharpener. Then you've got your coloured pencils, great for all of your construction work in the tangerine, in your petrol blue, in your shamrock. These two pencils here, these are your water-soluble graphite, so you can shade and sketch with those, just like the normal graphite pencils, but they really come into their own when you use them in combination with your water brush, which is also included. On top of that, you're getting your beautiful white pencil. This one, again, great for all of your shading. It's like a pastel chalk, which you can pop over the top of all of your sketching. Use that in conjunction with or alongside your opaque white marker, which is incredible. 5 illustrators you're going to get in this one as well. The illustrators are going to come to you in different shades of grey. So you've got your 2 cool greys, your 2 warm greys, and you've got a blue included in there as well. You've got your paper stumps for all of your blending, and then you've got your art liners. So the art liners are brilliant for the fact that you've got the 4 or 3 which you've seen before, the 0.05 mil, the 0.3 mil, and your half mil width. Then you've got your flex liners in there as well. Those great for doing like your calligraphy or your sort of illustration. And then you've got your art line brush, brilliant again for those expressive strokes, and the chisel. First time we've seen the chisel, again, great for giving you sort of varied design. And that's only the top layer. Take that off. You've got your amazing folder in here as well. This is just absolutely top quality. Space in this one for popping in all of the pens, all of the pencils, everything that you need to store in there, and also space to pop in your 2 media sketchbooks as well. This one is all about kind of, it's not watercolour paper, but it's going to take your water, as you'll see with Sheena. She was doing loads of different techniques in here. She did like the draw the line. It's good enough to take your sort of your water-based products, no problem at all. And then this one here, absolutely beautiful for doing all of your sort of dry work in and doing all of your sketching in as well. Like Sheena said, she paid £36 for a pad similar to this one. That's more than the value of what we're asking you to pay for the full set. It's an incredible buy. If you haven't yet got it, join the hundreds, if not thousands of people who already have. And like I said, you can go back and watch that full show with Sheena, which was last Wednesday. In fact, go back and go back and watch the Wake Up Call show and indeed the Colour Me Happy show as well. Because they were both brilliant. We're going to take a short little break. There's loads of questions coming in now. We've got 15 minutes. Get to the checkouts. We'll come back over there and we'll do a bit of a chit chat before the end of the show. We'll see you in a moment.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club, and start rewarding yourself today.
My unsung hero has to be Tracy.
I'm going to give a little shout out to our Tracy.
I think if I had to nominate somebody, I'd probably go with Tracy.
Because Tracy keeps me fully supplied with cups of tea whenever I'm working here. She always finds me the things that I've lost, and she's always great to be around.
Sort of get involved with our sample library, which is massive. It's where all the samples are kept, all nice and neatly, all labelled up. And part of their job is to get the necessary samples out for the shows that we do every day, get them all ready and prepared, often display them, tidy them away again, pop them back in the sample library, and that takes an inordinate amount of time.
They literally are the cogs that keep us working, and I don't think a lot of people realise just what they do for us in terms of getting everything show ready so that we can come in, get ready and be relaxed to go on air and do those kind of things.
So that is just a small part of what they do, you know, as well as being floor managers during the shows, getting us any products that we need, and most importantly, bringing the coffee.
Everybody on screen knows I make everybody's tea and coffee.
Hi, I'm Ben from Crafters TV. As you may know, we've just launched an amazing new website, our new home of papercraft that has all of your crafty needs. And as we've had a bit of a makeover, I'm here today to help you log into your account on our brand new site. So, what are we waiting for? Let's get started. Go to the Crafters Companion homepage. Make sure to select the correct location at the top of the page. Go to the My Crafters icon on the top right of your screen. Next, enter your email address. Then, enter your password. Click the Sign In button. You should now be logged into your account and taken to your My Crafters page. When you're ready to log out, go to the left-hand side of the page and click the Log Out button in the My Account box. When you're logged out, you'll be taken back to the Crafters Companion page. And it's as easy as that. I'm definitely going to shave at the end of the day tomorrow. Don't I look younger in that video? I look very old and distinguished now, I think.
You do, you've got that lovely distinguished look about you.
Oh, now you said the word lovely, which makes me think maybe, what would you do?
I actually like it, Ben, I'm not going to lie, I like it. I like you clean shaven. I'm not so keen on just a tash, not going to lie, but I quite like the distinguished look.
Yeah. Maybe I'll shave it off and then grow it back at some point.
Yeah.
Right. We're waiting for the result of demo of the show. And then once we've got that, we'll do demo of the day.
I'll have those there then.
But Essentials Corner. So normally where we just have a bit of a Q&A, a bit of a chit chat. And this, actually some brilliant questions coming in. So fairly quick fire, we've got 10 minutes. Stephanie Theodos, my question for Debbie. What have you found to be the best way to find a particular dye that you're looking for in your stash over the years? I'm sure your collection must be extraordinarily large.
It is extraordinarily large, so that's when storage comes into effect. So I have kept a lot of the dyes because I've been with Crafters Companion now, coming up to my 8th year next year.
Wowee.
So I've got a lot of collections that I won't part with. So I have everything what I call once a retired. And as I retired, what I mean by that, once a collection is no longer available for like purchasing, I then pop them into our purple storage folders and everything's marked, so I know where everything is. So collections from, do you remember the baby collection when Sarah was pregnant with little one?
Yeah.
There was a baby collection. I could tell you exactly where that is.
Really?
Honestly, because I've got everything labelled up, so I know exactly where it is. So once I've used them and they've then no longer available, they go into my storage wallets. I've got lots of the Total Tiffany ones as well, where you can just, you know, you've got the tabbed ones and you can put them in the little box. I've got some in those as well. I do know, genuinely, I could, in fact, I said I'm going to do a craft room tour. I think I will, because I can tell you where everything is. I don't have to index it or anything like that. I know where everything is because I put them into collections. So all Sarah's signatures are in, well, more than one box now. 2 boxes in there, and then the rest are all in my purple folders. Christmas collections, double-sided dies, I keep them all together so I know where everything is, and then I can go to it. So I'm hoping that's an answer to that question.
We can quickly do the demo of the show vote. We'll get the demo of the day going. So demo of the show.
Yep.
1.
Oh, do you know what? I love it.
Are you pleased?
I am pleased because I love this. I love that embossing folder. So thank you very much. So this is a nice, easy one.
Oh, yeah.
So number 1 from this morning is your number 1.
Okay, 1.
That's number 1. And then number 2 is the one that I've just done.
Okay.
So number 2. So 1 or 2, you decide.
You've got about 3 minutes. Next question from Karen H. What is the difference between Duet and pigment inks?
Good question. It's a hybrid ink. Duet ink pad is still water reactive, but has a bit of pigment in there as well to keep it, doesn't dry instantly, so you can add things like your clear embossing powder and things like that. So it's a mixture of 2 that gives you like a chalky light finish and reacts really well with water because it's still water-based, but it's a mixture of the 2. Pigment is purely pigment, opaque pigment, and that is that really sticky ink. It blends beautifully, it stamps beautifully, it layers beautifully. I showed you one earlier on in the craft vault, but that is a pure pigment ink pad, which again, lots of things you can do with it, but in terms of the difference between the 2, that Duet is a little bit of a mixture of 2. And whereas the pigment is purely pigment, which is the natural, it's a natural source one. It's not like a man-made dye, like our quick dries and like our water reactives are. So it's a mixture of the 2, the Duet, and then the pigment is a pure pigment on its own.
Question from Christina Sayer. Evening, I managed to cut into my clear plate on my new G2. Will it affect my new plates at all?
Oh, I'm so glad that you said that because I did the same thing the other day. I cut into my clear, it's a plastic shim, and I've now got a lovely mark of it on. However, I just reversed it on the other side and then it doesn't affect the cardstock whatsoever.
Lucine says, question about quick dry ink. Are they water-based or alcohol-based? I'm just wondering what I should use to colour them in.
So they are none of our ink pads are alcohol-based. They are, and I say that in terms of the colours, like water reactive, quick dry. Quick dry is still water-based. It just is a different. And again, I mean, I couldn't even tell you what it's all made up with because that bit we let the Spectrum Raw team deal with. Yeah. All that I know is how it works is quick dry is the minute it contacts that surface of cardstock, it's instantly dry, but it's still water-based, surprisingly. So you can still do a little bit of distressing with it, but it is instant quick dry. So it isn't alcohol-based, it is still water-based. Yeah.
Corinne says, box making.
Yep.
Cut on the score line or to the left or right of the score line?
Good question as well. So I cut on the score line. Not going to lie, I cut on the score line. But I do get, sometimes I need to finish, and I'm making a box actually on Saturday on the craft along with the embossing folders. And I cut just to the, and when I did this one, because I wanted a really nice, neat edge, I cut to the, let me see if I get this right. I'm just doing it in my head now. I cut to the, I sort of have to do these visuals where I use my scissors and I cut it to the left of the score line so that I didn't have the score line showing when it came and closed up on the box. Really good question, but 9 times out of 10, I just go straight up that score line.
The last 2 questions, we're going to need longer. So, but thank you for asking. So we'll ask Carolyn's. Debbie, do you have at home only supplies and have a dedicated travel bag, or do you continue to pack essentials each time that you're on the go?
Got 2 sets of everything.
Have you?
There is no way I'm emptying the craft desk and then popping it into a bag when I do the amount of travelling that I do, the amount of demos. We come up, we go down, and then I do the independent ones as well. So I have a dedicated travel bag that's got everything in there, but then I have a duplicated set. So all my glues, all my tape pens, all my poker tools, everything's a duplicated set, scissors and everything that lives at home so that I don't have to keep doing that. So yeah, there's no way. It'd drive me mad, Ben. If I had to keep taking everything out of my craft bag, it would drive me absolutely mad. So there's a dedicated set at home and a dedicated set that actually lives in the boot of my car.
Very organised. We should do more of these shows. Let us know in the comments if you like this kind of show, because I think this would be brilliant to sit down with all you guys and have little chit chats and find out more about you. This one's, I mean, we've literally got a couple of minutes here. So Susie says, I want to know Debbie's top 10 paper pads of the year. Top 3 collections. I mean, we're not going to be able to go through top 10, but what have been your favourite paper pads, favourite collections?
Favourite paper pads, definitely the pearlescent ones, those lovely Botanic Gardens, the Ditsy Floral. Wild at Heart, I love, because that's me. It's me in a paper pad. And, I'm going to say the new one that's just come out, Kingfisher. Have you seen it?
Yeah,
it's beautiful. However, I've seen some things that are coming out in the new year. Oh, yeah? Oh, my God. Like, going to be my new paper pack, I'm not telling you no more. Wait till you see it, it's absolutely stunning. So, yeah, that's my top 3. And collections, Wild at Heart is definitely up there. I did love the, do you know the scruffy little cat stamps? Oh, yes. Those, I love those. There's been too many to mention, Susie. I could literally fill 2 hours telling you all my favourites. I really could.
Venetian Grace was one of my favourites this year.
Yeah, it's a nice one, that one. Collection. Yeah, beautiful one.
And all the Halloween stuff I absolutely
love. The Halloween paper pad. Oh my God, the more grown-up version was my... Gorgeous. There's been too many.
Great questions, everybody. Thank you. And yeah, let's do this again sometime. Demo of the day. Oh, by 1 vote.
Ooh, I wonder which one it is.
2.
Wait a minute. Number 1. Number 2. Love. I did this the other night at home. Absolutely love it. Thank you very much.
What a day. It's been so much fun. Massive thank you to all the team. When are you back?
I am back on Saturday and Sunday with the gorgeous Becky.
Marvellous.
Becky's going to be on that side. I'm going to be on the demonstration side because I've got a couple of craft-alongs Saturday and Sunday. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled. But yeah, it's going to be a good one. I outworked with Becky for ages, so it's going to be lovely.
I'm back with you on Friday, off tomorrow. As I say, I'm off to the cinema with Craig, so no doubt he'll probably put stuff on Instagram. You know what he's like. But yes, massive thank you to the team, and also just to say a massive thank you to Charlotte.
Yes.
For what is our final show with her.
This is it, Charlotte.
Yeah, you've been absolutely marvellous, Charlotte. The last 3 years, I think we can all say she's been a great friend to all of us here. A lot of fun to work with. Loves all of the banter. Hashtag true profession. We're going to miss you, but we wish you all the very best of luck in your new job, which we know you're going to smash.
Absolutely, I can't wait to see, because we'll still keep in touch, so it'd be lovely to see what you get up to in your new career. But yeah, we will miss you, Charlotte, absolutely.
Charlotte's not her last day officially today. Her last day will be tomorrow. It's Corin and Jan here tomorrow on a bit of a November reloaded day. So yeah, that's your team tomorrow. Do make sure you send Charlotte lots of lovely messages tomorrow, because it is officially her last day tomorrow. Debbie will see you at the weekend. I will see you on Friday. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Thanks for joining us. Until then, everybody, bye for now.